When you prioritize people over property, people take care of you and you sell more properties. It's the largest purchase that people will make in their lives. And you're on the front lines of being an advisor, understanding the market, understanding the interest rates, understanding where to find the best deals for your clients. You're listening to the #1 real estate podcast in the world, where we talk with real estate professionals all across North America about their wins, losses, lessons, stories, help you win in your local market today. My name is Cody from Sheridan Street. I am so excited today to chat with you about something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and it's about humans over homes. Humans over homes. What does that mean? For me, when we work with clients, something that is really extremely important to us is the element of service. Like all the top agents that we essentially work with, or the top agents that we speak with on the Our Agent podcast, have this philosophy of humans over homes, because they know that they're one introduction away from another introduction. And that's a beautiful thing about having this perspective. The other day I was chatting with our client, Mike, and Mike in less than 30 days has been able to connect with a ton of people, booking a ton of in-person meetings, and he's getting a ton of introductions, and he has 3 listings in less than 30 days. And 2 of those listings came from an introduction that an online lead made to him because he followed our Why Don't We So That script. And I've walked through that on the podcast before, how to get in-person meetings. So if you want to watch that video, just type in how to get in-person meetings, Our Agent podcast, and I walk you through that. But today I want to chat about the importance of serving in real estate. When I think about service and I think about real estate, I think about how there are so many people right now on the sidelines when it comes to, there's so many people on the sidelines in real estate because of bad information. The bad information that they're receiving right now in the marketplace is that Uncle Fred's saying you need 20% down, or mom and dad are saying wait till interest rates drop, when there are deals in the marketplace. And now is ideally a good time to potentially start looking, depending on where they're at in their life cycle, where they're at specifically in their journey. Like maybe they're paying $2,500 a month in rent, and getting into a home could help them build the equity. It all depends on where they're at, but you don't know that. You're not able to do that unless you sit down and you speak with them about their specific circumstance, what they're looking for, their wants, their needs, their dreams. And that's so important through just sitting down and educating people on the buying process. And I think we are 100% in a skills-based market, where the pandemic market was, and as we chat with agents all across the country, the pandemic market was all about just showing homes. Like, hey, it was really easy. And now we're in a skills-based market. We've chatted about this before on the podcast, where it's requiring agents, it's requiring top teams to change their perspective and shift their perspective. And I had a conversation with a couple clients this week where we parted ways, and we released them from their contract just because they didn't share that same ethos to life and to business about humans over homes, about not wanting to meet people that are more than 6 months out. And as you listen to this podcast, as you listen to the top performing agents in the country, they don't have that ethos. They don't have that ethos to business. They don't have that ethos to life. And if you look at the top sales industries like tech sales, it could take 3 years of nurture in order to get somebody over the buying, over the hump of buying a service. And with real estate, you're not just buying a $30,000 product or a $30,000 program. You're buying $1 million home or a $500,000 home. In often cases, it's the largest purchase that people will make in their lives. And you're on the front lines of being an advisor, understanding the market, understanding the interest rates, understanding where to find the best deals for your clients. You have a fiduciary responsibility to be the best at what you do. And how you do that is through service. And we parted ways with 2 clients that just didn't want to sit down and educate clients. They didn't want to sit down and do that. But as we chat with the top agents in the industry, we know that this is the utmost importance. They have to do this. It's so important to sit down with clients, to chat with them specifically about buying and selling real estate, about the home buying process, about buyer concessions, about off-market properties, about giving them the knowledge that you have in your head. And how you do that is through scripting. The next thing I want to cover is just like how you build a relationship through genuine connections. Like, you need to meet with more people in person. And I've chatted about this with giving you scripting around the why don't we so that frame. But when you sit down with people and you build genuine connections and you educate them on the marketplace, you have the ability to ask for an introduction. The beautiful thing about, doing the online lead gen well, or connecting with people and having more coffee meetings, is that it affords you the ability to ask for another introduction. If you educated, and even if that person is 6 to 8 months out, you now have the ability to ask for an introduction. So I'll give you an example. I was chatting with our client, Mike, this week, and he mentioned to me that he has 2 buyers that are about 6 months out, and he sat down with them. And he said that because he took the time to sit down with them to educate them on why they should or shouldn't buy in the market today, he was able to ask for an introduction. And when he asked for the introduction, the one gentleman actually introduced him to his father, who was actually selling his home. So it was a $679,000 sale, a $15,000, $20,000 commission that he made off of listing the property. He's already closed on the property in less than 30 days. He has another $879,000 home, plus another one directly from a lead. So 3 listings in less than 30 days. But 2 of those listings came from an introduction from an online lead that he met with. He's going to get the buy side. He's going to get the buyer in 6 months, because he sat down and he educated them. He built a genuine connection. He asked, like, why is that important? And I've been listening to a lot of calls from our clients over the last couple of weeks, and a large portion of why agents struggle through online lead generation or live transfers is they don't dig deep enough. Asking surface level questions is going to get you surface level answers, and you're never going to be able to build a genuine connection with somebody. When somebody tells you that they're looking to downsize, the question as simple as, Tom, if you don't mind me asking, why is that important to you? Like, why is it important that we find you a home in this area with more square footage? Like, why is that important to you? Or with less square footage? Why is that important to you? Building a genuine connection really does matter. And the third thing I want to chat about before we wrap up this podcast today is just the power of mutual agreements and prioritizing mutual agreements and prioritizing people over properties. Let me say that one more time. When you prioritize people over property, people take care of you and you sell more properties. This is why scripting is so important. Scripting is not for you. Scripting is for the client. That allows you to get all the insight out of your head and onto paper, and it allows you to prioritize people over properties. And the top agents that we advise and we interview on this podcast prioritize people over property. So what does that mean? That means sitting down with them, educating them on the market, being that advisor, seeing yourself as a real estate agent like an advisor, like a financial planner would sit down and say, okay, this is the game plan we're going to create for ourselves over the next 12 months in order to get you the property you want at the price you want with the terms you want. This is the game plan we're going to create, so that they feel that you're with them every step of the way. That's why sitting down with somebody prior to going to show them properties is so important, because they need to know that you're in their corner. Because if all you're doing is opening doors, you're not providing any value in the buying process. People have questions that they want answers to. People don't go through this process. You owe it as a fiduciary responsibility as a real estate agent to sit down with them, educate them on the market, give them the best possible experience that you can. And you do that by prioritizing people over properties. I want to say thank you for tuning into another episode of the RE Agent Podcast. I hope you got a ton of value. I hope that you share this same ethos to business, people over properties, humans over homes. We'll see you soon.